Hi everybody, Anna K. Morse here with your coaching video of the day. You may notice that I'm in a different location. I'm at my friend Jennifer's gorgeous Airbnb. It's just around the corner from me and it's quiet here, which is amazing and perfect for this video. So this video is kind of two teachings and they're big. They're really big. So I may have to do a little bit more on it tomorrow. And I want to hear from you if this makes sense or if you want any clarification. Please put in the comments. Like, I don't make these videos just because I'm fucking bored, you guys. I make them because I hope that they are adding value in your life. So if something's not landing or you want clarification, tell me. I'm here for you. I literally only do these videos for you. It's also why I do videos. Rather, I at some point would like to do a podcast, but like, I think you need to see my face sometimes. I think you need to see that like I'm doing this dirty, like my hair. I mean, I smell bad right now. I just did a 3-mile walk with Dean to school. Haven't had a chance to shower, but I know that like I'm on a clock, right? If you have kids that get out of school at a certain time, you know what I'm talking about. Or, I mean, people know what being on a clock is. But fuck it. If you don't have kids, like it's not relevant if you have kids or not. We all know we only have so many hours in the day. So that brings me to this teaching that I love. And I'm going to tell a story from last night. It was our anniversary, 9 years. And the principle that I want to teach you guys today is called Your Past is in Your Future. Okay, so we are mostly not present, right? Like even when I was about to do this video, I was about to do this video about 10 or 15 minutes ago. And I could feel myself trying to figure it out. And if you've watched my videos, me like figuring things out is not where it's at. That is not where the energy flows. That is not co-creating with the universe. That is not where the magic is. Sorry, I'm looking at this little bird in the window and it's so sweet. I love the little birds. I mean, is that a cardinal? Fuck yeah, that's a cardinal. Guys, I think my grandmother's a cardinal and she's literally in the video right now. This is the best. I love it. Okay, where was I? Your past is in your future. Okay, so here's the teaching. We're mostly not present. Right before I was about to shoot this video, could just feel myself trying to figure it out. So I stopped. I did not do the video and I sat here and I just closed my eyes. You can call that meditation, whatever if you're a meditator, sure, I meditated. If you're not, I just sat here quietly. I just sat here, I closed my eyes, I listened to the birds, I paid attention to my breath, and I slowed myself down. So, because the thing is, I have to be present in order to deliver what you need to hear. And this is what you need to hear today. The reason that things keep going the same way is because your past is in your future. I'll give you an example. You're dating the same kind of guy. You're having the same conversation with your husband, the same conversation with your kids, the same job. You change jobs, but it's the same every time because we are hardwired, for the way that things have been. And then we think that that's the way they are. And they don't stay over here in the past. They move not to the present, they move right into your future, okay? So let's land this, right? Our anniversary, I'll share a story because I'm always best at the stories. Well, I don't know. I like to tell stories. I don't know if you think I'm best at it or not. I feel my best when I'm telling stories. We'll leave it at that. So typically how our anniversary goes is that like we'll go and maybe go have a cocktail somewhere and then go to dinner and maybe we'll do something, we'll give each other a card. We'll kind of apologize for not doing more. I'll be a little bit frustrated with Derek that he didn't like step it up at all. Like when's the year that's going to change? And then also like, I probably won't either. And I'll be happy that he didn't in some ways, because then I'm off the hook and then I don't have to. And I was like, you know what? That just doesn't feel good. So I'm going to do something different. And if you've seen my videos before, you know that like doing something different is a huge component. In fact, Celeste if you are watching this, thank you so much for your text last night. She said that one of her number one takeaways from my videos, the number one takeaway was to do something different. So this is how I did something different and interrupted my pattern of putting the past, right? Like how our anniversaries used to look, or really anything. It's birthdays sometimes, it's whatever. And then it looks the same every year. Like every year we plan this big party for Jack. I don't ask for any help. I get really, really stressed out and we end up having like 100 people and it always rains, right? Like every time, except this past year, I didn't do that. It did rain, but I also asked for help. So it actually felt great. It was so much fun. So I'm all about like interrupting those patterns because I don't like all of the past and I certainly don't want it in my future. So I'm going to land this. Last night, I kept asking Derek, like, do you have any plans for our anniversary? Do you have any plans for our anniversary? And he was like, maybe. And I think he thought that I was like trying to catch him, right? Because he hadn't maybe planned anything. I really just wanted to make sure that he hadn't planned anything because I had an idea. And finally, he was like, yeah, I don't really have anything planned. And I was like, great, I have an idea. He has wanted to build new houses for his whole life. Forever, since he was 4 years old. And there's this land that about years ago he knew about and recently, no, not recently, a few months or maybe even years back, drove by and was like, this is the land, this is amazing. And then if you've watched my videos, you probably know the story. Hi Mimi, she's back again. There's the cardinal. Then you know that like we went to the Parade of Homes, met the realtor who's also the developer, and now like it's actually possible that we could buy land and Derek could build a spec build and then move into custom homes if he wants to, whatever he wants, I'm great with. My only job is to make sure that he has his best life. And his job is to make sure I have my best life. Like that's our commitment to each other in our marriage. So in thinking about that going into our anniversary, I was like, okay, well, how could I help Derek have his best life? And I was like, oh, I would take him out to the land where he's going to build houses, where he's going to build a lot of houses. I can just see it. And I would have him dream, and I will have him be in the space so that he can start to actualize his dream, right? Because this is the other teaching. If you've seen videos, you'll know this one too. You got to pray for the bus, but you better run like hell to catch it. This is the running like hell, right? Like the universe is co-creating all the time with you. And if you aren't getting what you want, it's because you're not actually either participating or you're creating something that you subconsciously are doing and you don't even realize it and you don't actually want it. But it's just your old habits. This is where I step in. So, that all being said, I was like, I need him in the space so that he can like see that the bus is coming and start running like hell to catch it. So we went out there and I was like, I really want to go out there together. And my love language is charcuterie boards and rosé wine. They're just my favorite things. And I was like, and would you pack me a charcuterie board? I was like, gonna do it myself. And I was like, actually, would you pack me a charcuterie board? And these are the things that I want, so that it's very clear, very easy. And a bottle of rosé, and like, can we go sit on the tailgate and just like look at the view and start to dream? And he was like, yes. And he was kind of excited about it, I think. But then when we got out there, guys, it was magic. Like he can see the future that he's living into. So I interrupted that pattern of like doing the same thing for our anniversary. And instead I was like, let's not look at where we are. Let's look at where we're going. Let's look at like, what are the views going to look like? What's the lake view look like? What's the hill country view look like? What are the other houses look like? Where's this road going to go? And isn't that beautiful? And will those trees stay there? Are they going to take the trees down? Like I love trees. So I'm like got a bird farm back here. It's like all these beautiful trees. And I mean, I don't even know like why you'd ever listen to music. You can just listen to the birds, you know? So it's that. So the whole like past that you have, you keep putting in your future, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. And that's why I need to work with you, because what I do is help you interrupt this pattern. We're on autopilot. We're so busy. You don't even know that you're doing it, which is why journaling, creativity dates, like that shit matters. And it's not like you don't do my program that's 3 months and then like you're done. In fact, people say all the time, like, oh yeah, I did that program, or oh yeah, I did that 12 years ago, or oh yeah, that's great. And I'm like, hey, but I've been doing it 15 years. I'm still doing it. It's not stopping, because it's only when I journal or when I stop myself and meditate that I can actually, like, especially when I journal, because I can see it in black and white and it's more, you know, the analytical side of your mind. I can start to see like, hey, so this is what I'll write to myself. So what's not working? What do I not like about my life? Okay, so I'll write those things and I'm like, what if I could do something about it? What could I do about it? And I'll just get curious. Or I'll ask the universe, like, what would you have me do about it? Like, what if you're out there, let's say you are, let's play around with that idea. What would you have me do? What would you have me do? So I would love to see you in my upcoming program. It's called the Reconnect, because I help you reconnect with you. Because at the end of the day, like, I have a fucking great life. My life is really, really amazing. And I know that I can teach you how to have an amazing life as well, because everybody's life looks different, right? Like, what Derek wants to do is different than what I want to do. We have a lot of overlap, but like, I don't want to build houses. I want to coach you. Like, my purpose here is to help you have a great life. That's it. That's all I'm here for. So whatever that looks like, if you just want to be like not pissed off doing laundry, we can do that. Or if you want to go be a fucking opera singer, oh, I've had that happen before. If you want to go be an opera singer, we can do that too. That's what's so cool, is that like, your life is yours to create. It's not anybody else's. So if it's not working for you, there are ways that you can simply and easily shift. It's a 2-degree shift. If a boat's going in a direction in the ocean, do you know that if it's headed somewhere, if it makes a 2-degree shift in the whatever the navigation is, it'll land on a different continent? That's what I'm talking about. The reason that I coach is because I was feeling really overwhelmed in other programs. I don't do that. The overwhelm is gone. If I'm feeling overwhelmed creating something for you, I stop, because the last thing I want to do is create more overwhelm in the world. Okay, I'm going to end on that note. I love you. I'm never going to get to these 5-minute videos, but oh well. I hope that you enjoy, and I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.